Young World, LOD 321, LOD versus the Internet. So your boy Kanye Kardashian strikes again, deletes his Twitter account, deletes his Instagram account, and on his Twitter, the only thing you can see is his profile picture. It's a picture of the globe showing Africa, and that's not by mistake. I made a video 2 years ago. I'm gonna show you the clip from it on my Instagram because the video was on my last channel that got deleted, so of course the video is gone. But I do got the clip that I put on Instagram, like when I used to promote my videos for my YouTube channel. But you can only see, like I said, you can only see like a minute of it. But the whole entire video, I was talking about how Kanye West was being prepped way back then after they MK Ultra'd him, messed his mind up, and he was Trump's personal house Negro. I said that on that video, and I said how he was being used to bring back black people back to slavery. And I was talking about how his clothing line, the clothes that he had, if you notice how they had holes in them. I talked about how he did a fashion show for Tidal. It really was a slave ritual presentation, a modern day slave ritual presentation. So I'm gonna show you the video on here. It's like a minute long. But like I said, this is no accident. It's no coincidence that now there's all this stuff going on with him tweeting about the 13th Amendment. It can be interpreted in different ways. Everybody's trying to break it down different ways and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is just him bringing the attention to the 13th Amendment is what this is really about. And if he said it while he's wearing the MAGA hat, the Trump hat, of course you can't take it no other way besides the bullshit way. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sit here and act like he was trying to defend black people or try to help black people on that side of the issue. Of course he's on the other side of it because he's with Trump and all that type of thing, which is the perception of the whole entire situation. I'm not a person that gets caught up in the whole, like, the Trump Clinton. It's all the same thing to me, whoever it is. But since Trump is the face of what they're representing right now, we're just using Trump's name because he's the one that's on the front line that we see. So this is no accident that he brings all the attention to the 13th Amendment. He's been trying to do this since they zapped him and MK Ultra'd him. That was his job. I made it on that video 2 years ago. I said that was the purpose of Donald Trump bringing him out, standing next to him, and treating him like a monkey. Is basically what he done. As soon as, if you remember, like 2 years ago, after Kanye first came out of the mental hospital, the cloning lab, just the shock treatment center, he was just looking totally crazy. Standing next to Trump, he was like a little boy, following Trump around like a little kid. And I said in that video, I was like, either that video or a different video, I said it's real crazy how they are allowing him to be next to a president. There's no way he'd been able to clear the security to be next to the president, because he was highly, extremely out of his mind and highly unpredictable. So it was unheard of that they would let a person like that be next to the president, because he's a definite security risk. That doesn't make sense at all. That would never happen. The Secret Service wouldn't allow somebody like that in his mental state stand next to the president like that unless they had the situation totally under control. Like, so either he's cloned, zapped, or MK Ultra'd, or the whole thing is all a big act. You know what I'm saying? All a big show. Because that right there alone, just for the simple fact that they wouldn't let him be by Trump for security reasons. But since they did, that should tell you, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on. And like I said, this is 2 years ago I made this video and I was talking about the whole slavery thing. So make no mistake about it. This is not by accident, this whole 13th Amendment thing. Kanye wearing the Trump hat, the MAGA hat, and all this stuff. This stuff is going right along according to the plan. So here goes the clip from that video. Being silenced. You know what I mean? So then you got that. Like I said, he's standing in front of these price tags, and it's all black, so all you can see is his face. You see him, his body in front of these price tags, which are illuminated in the back of him, behind him. That's a symbolic of that. And you got to also think about the so-called art display that he put on Tidal, but he had all these slaves. I guess it was supposed to be for his clothing line. Really, what that was a ritual, a slave ritual. He had all these people on stage displayed like slaves were back in the day, slave auctions, the same way they were displayed on that. Some of the postures on some of the pictures is how it looks. If you look at some of the old slave pictures, it's exactly what was going on this so-called art show, art quest thing that he was doing. So what they've been doing with Kanye is all these years they've been using him. They've been giving him so-called his artistic being silenced. You know what I mean? So then